What's up YouTube, Kyle back up in here with another video, and today we have a video that I've been putting off for quite some time, but I'm really excited to make. This is my $25,000 Balenciaga collection video, and before we go crazy in the comments, that is an absurd number. Yes, we're gonna get into the details of one, how that number is so high. But before we get into that, make sure to go follow the boy on Instagram, GOTSWEIGE. That's where you can keep up to date with me more frequently. I post fit pics, this and that, so that's what you can check out there. Also on TikTok, SWEIGE. We do short form content over there too, so make sure to go check that out. Anyway, all that to say, before we get into it, for real, subscribe, like, of course. Sorry, that out the way. The reason why that price is so high, if I'm going to be fully transparent, I've been doing YouTube for over 10 years now. I've bought in a lot of clothes in my day, and I've gotten to the point where this, what I'm doing right here on YouTube, talking with you guys, has become not only a job and a passion of mine, but it's become very beneficial in terms of acquiring items that have been beyond my wildest dreams, okay? A lot of what I'm gonna show on this video, I did not pay for with my own money. No, that is not from my dad, not from my mom, not from my family. It's been from hard work. It's been from working with brands. It's been doing partnerships, etc. A lot of it has been through that narrative. So I just wanted to make sure that it was clear. I am not no Nepo baby. I am not some spoiled ass little kid. You could see my track record. You guys could go do your research, watch the old videos. I've been doing this for a minute. So when I say that, I mean it from a really pure place. So you might see the title. Yes, it's not clickbaity because you guys can add it up, but at the same time it is to obviously attract you guys to the video, make sure you guys are interested, because of course you see a title like this, sounds crazy. But we're gonna get into all of it. I've been a fan of Balenciaga for quite some time now. Sorry, I'm yapping a lot, but we have to give a little context before we get into this. But been a fan of Balenciaga for quite some time now, mainly Demna era. That's when I really started getting into the brand, and I will tell you guys my first piece once we get into the collection, but I'm gonna start from like tops, accessories, bottoms, then footwear. I think that's the flow I'm gonna go in, and we'll get into a little story time of every single piece that I have. Sit back, relax, enjoy, and we'll get into it. So the first piece gonna show, this is the Balenciaga polo style hoodie. I believe this from autumn winter 22. When I saw this on the runway, I was ecstatic. This from like the show when they did them walking through the snow and the garbage bags made of leather, all of that. But yeah, love this piece. It's very reminiscent of obviously Ralph Lauren and those classic Ralph Lauren zip hoodies. And that was very nostalgic to me growing up. I was born in Philadelphia, so a very common reference point has been Ralph Lauren for me. Grew up on Ralph Lauren. My dad like had me in the boxers, the boots, the tees, like everything, baseball cap, whole nine when I was in Philly. So very nostalgic for me. So to see something in a brand that I really like, have a reference to that, it was just a no-brainer. How I got this was actually working with a brand called Holt Renfrew. It's kind of our equivalent of like Saks or Barney's, obviously RP Barney's, but our equivalent of that. I did a partnership with them, and they gave me a little budget, and I was able to acquire this piece. So really grateful. Beauty of a piece. I also got the steroid boots at the same time with this hoodie, but I will give you guys fair warning right now before getting the steroid boots. They are extremely uncomfortable, dude. Like, I wore them my time in Japan, and that was not a pretty sight. Like, not a great traveling shoe. You can't really walk around comfortably in those. I was getting blisters on like the side where my ankle was, because the friction would just, every time you step, it would just be killing the side of your ankle. So if that sounds like hell to you, would I recommend? Does it look stylish and amazing with baggy pants? Absolutely, but I think you could get other Balenciaga footwear that suits that mold a bit better. That's more practical. So all that to say, next item. Next is the Balenciaga skate hoodie. Both of these are very like, a lot of folks have them. Maybe some people are tired of seeing folks in these hoodies. They become very like trendy, but at the same time, I just genuinely like them. I love a good collegiate style reference, and this kind of screams like tortured artist or like that type of energy. I don't know why. It's kind of, I don't know. It reminds me a lot of my high school because it was a bridge between all types of walks of life. I went to a public high school, so you would have kids that would go to school that were like, their dad was like a diplomat and they're getting driven to school in a limousine. And there's also kids that can't wash their uniform more than once in a week, you know, so they're wearing the same thing 5 times in a week. So that's kind of what I think of when I see references to pieces of this nature. So the skater hoodie kind of gave me that feeling. Also come from a bit of a graffiti background too, so that was a nice little touch. So it gave me a lot of just nostalgia. Whenever I wear this, it feels that way. Got this through Farfetch. I was doing some work with them last Paris Fashion Week and I was able to get this hoodie, so very grateful. Wonderful piece. On to the next one. All right, so this, we got the Balenciaga piercing cap. The first time I seen this, I was like, damn, I need that. I have always liked little end bits of hardware on the end of caps, and the distressing and the low-key placement of the logo was perfect to me because it doesn't really scream Balenciaga, if you know, you know, type of thing. And yeah, I've always been a fan of this. It's kind of like reminiscent of the marking distance cap that I have, but that's obviously a lot more embellished, and this is just a bit of gunmetal or black hardware on the tip of a cap, and the rest is pretty simple and just lightly distressed. Funny story with this, I wore this in Paris and I got egged because I was talking too loudly in the street. Hilarious story. But yeah, the Parisians, they don't like when you talk too loud in the street, so you better pipe down over there if you're having fun. Keep it low, because if you don't want to get egged, that's what I would recommend. Okay, so don't be talking loud in the streets like your boy did. I was just having a funny conversation with some friends in the street, a little too loud, egg on the domas. Not fun. On a brand new hat too. I was sick. Next one, this is a Balenciaga kind of like fanny pack, side bag, whatever you want to call. I wear it in an odd way. I kind of wear it like as you would like kind of like a purse, obviously. I'm not gonna beat around the bush, but this is how I wear it instead of crossbody, because I feel it gives like a weird energy like this. It occupies a bit too much real estate on the front, whereas if you wear it the other way, it's a bit more chic, because all of this is just regular poly or nylon or whatever you want to call it, just like a classic strap material. So it doesn't scream luxe. This is also plastic, which this was metal, but all the leather is at the bottom, so it kind of looks like how a purse would with a strap. So I don't know, I haven't worn this as much recently. It was a piece that I used to wear a lot when I first got it. The leather is beautiful. It matches all the other leather items that I own. Like it has a similar theme. But yeah, don't wear it as often as much anymore. So I might be letting this go, but I didn't want to save it for this video. So yeah, it was a great bag, but the one that's coming up, I definitely replaced it. It's a lot more practical and more aligned with my style currently. So we'll get into that. This probably the biggest boy in the collection, like the most expensive, probably the nicest, I would have to say, damn near, is this, the Balenciaga Le Cagole tote bag. This is basically like the masculine iteration of the Cagole style. Like you'll see a lot of girls carrying the Cagole, kind of looks like this, you know what I mean? It's very tiny and it has the straps, whatever, but this is obviously a lot larger. I do squeeze a 16-inch laptop in here. It just pokes out slightly, like this much above, but it's a great travel bag. I use this all the time, every single day, honestly. Like it's a rider. It rides out, a perfect everyday bag. Couldn't recommend it anymore. Yes, it's very pricey. It's like $3,000, but like I said before, I don't even think I said it for the last two, but the baseball cap, got it from Farfetch. Bag, Farfetch. This also Farfetch. So if you guys are interested in Balenciaga, that's where I get most of my pieces. It's normally when I partner with Farfetch, that's what I use as an opportunity to get some of my most dreamt about pieces that I've never been able to get. So I normally get them through there. So, and the strap is absolutely lovely. I'll try and do some like try on clips with this, but yeah, all the studs are incredible. It has that grained leather all over and this like braided handle. Beautiful, really nice. Also kind of comical, has like a, you can hold your AirPods Pro in here. It's jokes. Also came with like a little coin pouch, but I just use that separately. I don't like it dangling because I feel like it'll break off. It's a little heavy, but on to the next one. Everyone's favorite pieces from Balenciaga is the bottoms. It's a big fan fave just because Demna does such a really good job with the fit of his pants. I feel like it's probably one of the best fitting pants on the market. A lot of people are obsessed with the Acne Studios baggy denim right now. I feel like a big reference point for that was the Balenciaga baggy pants. And yeah, so I think they're kind of the OGs. I love Acne. I'm not taking anything away from Acne. I would still get those because they make amazing washes. And the price point is maybe half of what you would pay for these. So if you want something a bit more affordable, you could go for those. But there's also even other alternatives. So really depends what floats your boat. But yeah. Got these not too long ago when I went to Toronto. I want to say in like February, November, one of those times. But yeah, these are just baggy pair of Balenciaga skate denim. They have a larger rise, just super baggy, really wide. I've worn them a ton. They have a little bit of salt stains I have to get out, but great pair of pants. Really love them a lot. Great strategy I found out through TikTok. You could use like this little strand that is pre-made heel bite, and you could kind of tuck it in the front of your shoe to make sure that the heel bite doesn't get any worse or that your pants are falling underneath your shoe, which is very common with super baggy pants. So anyway, there's just so much to love about these. I still follow my rule of thumb with Balenciaga bottoms. I tend to still go up a size even though they fit so big, just because I have larger thighs and I'd rather them fit as intended, which is just actually baggy and loose on the entire leg instead of just the bottom part of the leg, and for them to fit a bit more low-waisted on me. So I tend to go for like a medium or a large, depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I think these are a large, I want to say. These paid with my own money in Toronto at the Yorkville location, so this was a personal purchase, not a gifted one. So next up we have another pair of the Balenciaga wide cut denim, but this one is double distress knee blowouts on each side and also one near the pocket, which is really cool. Kind of see it poking out a little bit there. But yeah, nice like mid wash, not as light as the last pair that I just showed you. Also has that famous pre heel bite as well. But yeah, these are just great if you want a little switch up from having them just completely plain and unaltered with. This gives you a bit more of an edge. Shout out to CJ, he has also the same pair of denims. And yeah, love these. The denim is a lot different amongst both of the pairs. I want to say the other pair that I had is a lot lighter. These are a bit heavier. Does that make me feel any way that's different about them? Not really. But yeah, they both serve their purpose. I love them very much, and probably some of the most worn denim in my collection. So yeah. All right, so these are the Balenciaga drawstring cargo pants. These have kind of an odd fit to them. They are baggy, but they do taper slightly near the bottom, near the leg opening. And they also protrude a lot near the knee, so it kind of makes for almost a snow pant silhouette. It's hard to describe, but yeah, a lot more on the military style of cargo pants rather than just like straight leg contemporary baggy, you know what I mean? So full rib stop. They have some darting on the knee to help with that knee shape like I was telling you, and that is the only branding that it really has for Balenciaga logo. But yeah, love these. It makes for, because it has that odd silhouette, it's for specific outfits. I would say I like to do a lot more of a tighter upper and just baggy pants for this one, because they are so like, they bellow out so much, so you really do have to balance out the proportions with one, like with a pant like this. Also have like drawstrings at the bottom, so if you want to cinch it up a little bit. But yeah, because they bellow out so much, it does it a bit with the back, and because I already have a larger derriere, if that's too much information, I'm sorry, pause, no diddy. But it's just, you have to work around that sometimes, you know? So it's for specific fits. That's what I want to say. These next cargos are a bit more contemporary, like I was saying, just more straight less bellowing, more what we would expect a cargo pant to be like. That's what this is, so let's get to that. So these are the Balenciaga hybrid cargo pants. They're full ripstop in the front, and what's cool about them is that it has the cargo pocket at the front, but then it stops halfway and it meets to a denim on the back, so you get like lots of nice fading, really cool, just like character development, because it's so salty in Canada and you get some more heel bite. This black denim is starting to turn like gray, which is really cool. You have like the Balenciaga logo on the back here, waist adjusters in case it's a little too big for you. But yeah, I love these. These are probably one of my more, out of the two cargos, this is definitely the more worn one. But yeah, I love them both for their own purpose, and I think they're great. I think having a good black pant in your rotation that's this baggy is like a necessity for sure. I've had multiple black Balenciaga denim and they just haven't hit for me, so I've just stuck to the cargos and they've served me well. If I do find one in the future, I'll let you know, but I think I like the Vetements black denims more, so I might go for that in the future, but we'll have to see. So the last cargos I just got were from Farfetch. Both of the last two were from Farfetch actually. These were from, I want to say Saks, but in Vancouver. I could be wrong. My good friend Kish had a friend that was out in Vancouver and there was a huge sale, I want to say at Saks and out there, and everything was like 70% off, and he checked the rack and there was a bit of Balenciaga stuff. This is the only thing that really caught my eye. I kind of bit the bullet on it because I wasn't sure how they were gonna fit, and I really like to try my things on before I commit to them. But final sale, I said fuck it, let's do it anyway, and I don't regret my decision at all. They're very reminiscent of like the Lost Tape flares, so this is the only like flare silhouette bottom that I have from Balenciaga, but they're just a trouser. So yeah, they're just a flared trouser. They were plain, and then now since I've been wearing them a lot, they're getting some natural heel bite, which is cool. But yeah, great pair of pants. They fit beautifully. Probably one of the nicest flares that I've seen. Most of the other flare pants that I have are just like vintage Levi's, etc. I don't really have a flared black pant that's simple. The other one that I do is like those Rick Owens foil denim that a lot of people enjoy as well. But this is the only plain one I got, and it's the best one you can do, you know. The Lost Tape flares are a bit too like TikTok-y for me. I don't know, I feel like I would style them in a different way if I had them, but these give different energy for sure. So yeah, next up we got the Balenciaga Adidas track pants. I've always loved a good Adidas track pant. I feel like it's one of my favorite pants that I see people wear, like especially in places like London, etc. But I always seen them styled and they're like wider. I've never been able to find a wide cut like that through vintage shopping, eBay, Depop, anything. I was never able to find like one that fit me exactly the way I wanted to. And then when they teased this collection, I was so happy because I was like, oh, like I could just get it out the gate and it's probably gonna fit exactly the way I want a baggy pant to fit, because Demna just knows how to kill that. He kills that every single time. So I didn't mind shelling out more money on it because I knew I was paying for the cut, not so much Adidas branding. So yeah, people will say I'm crazy for getting these because at the end of the day, it's just baggy Adidas pants, but I've gotten a lot of wear out of them. This is another one that I've paid full price for, but I did sell a bunch of things in New York before I purchased these at the New York Balenciaga store, so that was kind of like a trade I saw more than me paying out of pocket. I try to rationalize it that way, but yeah, they're fantastic. I love them. They fall on shoes perfectly, and yeah, I feel like a little London man's whenever I wear these. So W pants. Now that we're all done with the pants, we're gonna get into some of the footwear, and we'll start it off where it all began. Let's get to it. So this is, I'll be completely honest, these I got for a birthday gift years ago. This is when Demna first introduced the triple S's, I want to say, and Essence just got them. And this is back when they were like made in Italy, so I remember it very vividly. And I was debating between getting involved in like buying my first pair of boots, because this is around the time when Eddie Slimane was still like at Saint Laurent, and the Wyatt was going crazy, and I liked the Wyatt, but I was like, I don't want to be like everyone else and get a pointy toe Wyatt just because everyone else has one. And Demna had just made these square toes, and I was like, oh, people aren't really on the square toe wave so much right now, and I felt like the Triple S was not going to stand the test of time. Look at where we are right now, you know? So I think I made a good decision, and this was a gift from my mom for my birthday. So I'm really grateful for this one. It's very like nostalgic and has a lot of sentimental value. It shows a lot of like me trusting my intuition when it comes to fashion decisions. Also gift from my mom. So really stunning, and like first early piece of Demna, you know? So got them resold too, so they're thugging it out. That even has like the old logo on the inside there, which I don't think you'd be able to see, but they're chucking it. They're chucking out. They're doing a good job. So yeah, I got these like 2017, something like that. Crazy. Shout out to Mom Dukes. So the next one, this is a little steal sale price situation. Holt Renfrew has some really good sales at times. When they drop their price from the already set at sale price, you could find some steals and deals, that's for sure. And that's what happened with this one. These I believe were $1,500, and I got them for $580, and that's Canadian, so that's like $350 for you guys, probably something like that. I don't know. That was quick maths. But these Balenciaga trainers looks like a chunky version of A6. These are like one of my few all black runners that I have next to like the CDG foam. So yeah, just a good one to just wear out. They're super comfy. I vouch for these OD. They're like one of the most comfortable designer sneakers that I've ever tried on. And they look great. They suit a lot of the silhouettes that I wear now with pants and whatnot. So yeah, so great shoe, great price point, and I've been happy with them. Can't complain at all. All right, so these I got through Farfetch once again, and I was looking just for a very chunky black derby. I wanted something that was very wearable and that would look nice with a lot of my wider trousers, or yeah, baggy blue denim, the cargos that I have. Just a universal low top chicer shoe, and I believe I found that with the Sergent derbies. Very chunky sole, gives you a good amount of a platform, yet they're just very to the point. Some people might say they look a little clown shoe-esque. I kind of beg to differ. I feel like they look very chic, have a good just overall profile to them. So always been a very good fan of this shoe. I think this came out around the same time as like the Rhino derby. I was definitely more of a fan of these just because there's a lot more wearability in a shoe like this. So yeah, good luxe calfskin on these, and I beat them up a lot and they still have lasted quite a while. I think I'm gonna bring them to the cobbler sometime soon though, just to give them a little shine, a little oomph, you know. Can't remember if I said it already, but Farfetch. The last and final piece, the most worn piece in my collection, is the Balenciaga strike boots. If there is one piece from Balenciaga that I would recommend the most, it would probably be this or the Cagole bag. The Cagole bag, not as friendly on the pockets, let's just say. In terms of cost per wear, I wear these maybe 4 times a week on average. I wear these all the time, all day long. They're the shed kickers. You can do everything and anything in these. Wear them with shorts, wear them with pants, wear them with cargo pants, jeans, whatever you want to do, you could do it in these. Summer, spring, fall, winter, anything. They're destroyed. I literally like they're not pretty, you know what I mean? Like I could do for another pair, but they last, bro. Like you even see, yeah, look, like I be wearing them. I really be wearing them. Like they're good, they last. They have a bit of drag right now. I never even seen that since I started analyzing it, but they're still going. So until there's like a big ass hole where I can't even let them survive any longer. See, this one doesn't have that, but you know, they're doing their thing. They're surviving. I bought them to wear them, and they get worn, and they're extremely durable, besides that one little bit that you saw. But yeah, I've worn them ever since I got them back in New York. I got them at the same time that I got the Adidas, I want to say. And yeah, haven't looked back since. I would get another pair, maybe in like just the classic leather, so that I have like a bit of a rotation. These could be like my actual just beaters, and then have one that I would baby a bit more. But regardless, I think they're just tanks and you could use them for that exact reason, you know? So great boot. Not super comfortable though, unfortunately. After a long day you will feel it, but they're just so good that it doesn't really matter. I feel like with a boot like this, you're not expecting the most comfort. Also, I had to size down like 2 times for these. But yeah, got them for retail. Definitely recommend, highly recommend. If you're looking for a boot like this, perfect. So good. All that to say, thank you guys for watching once again. Been trying to make this video for a minute now. I held off on it because I thought I was gonna get one more Balenciaga piece before making this video, but I decided to hold off because I seen some new collection stuff coming in. I was like, let me just wait, save a bit, and get something I actually like rather than just like getting something to get something. So decided to hold off, and I think it was for the right reason. I felt like it was the right time to capture this moment and show it to you guys, because you guys have been waiting for it for a minute now. It's been like a couple months that I've teased that I was gonna do this video. So I'm happy that it's here now. Thank you guys for sticking with me and watching through this long ass video. I really appreciate it. And let me know what your favorite piece from this collection was. Obviously, I don't want to hear nothing about the drama. Keep that at bay. That's not what we're here for. I've already made a video about that, discussing that. So if you want to go check that out, go watch that video. That's not what we're here for though. But yeah, what we are here for is all you beautiful people. I appreciate you guys stopping by the channel once again. Make sure to like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Follow the boy on Instagram, GOTSWEIGE. It's where you can keep up to date with me more frequently. I post fit pics, this and that, so that's where you can check out on there. Also follow the boy on TikTok. We're trying to grow that up. And yeah, let me know what your favorite Balenciaga piece or grail is. I would love to know in the comments below. It's always a discussion down there. I love going back and forth with you guys. So I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.